If you like using Inhand and you use Hyosung for your ATM fleet and you process through switch commerce, then this video is for you. This is a step-by-step video on how to program an ATM when you use Inhand, switch commerce, and a Hyosung. So let's get to it. So for this, you're going to press operator function and you're going to enter the master password. So I wiped out this ATM, so the default is 555555. And the way you know it's a master password is if you have a whole setup right here. If you enter the operator service password, this setting will not come up. So for the Hyosung, you're going to do quick configuration. You're going to click number 4. It says, do you want to start quick configuration? Right here on the right side, yes. And for communication, the network type is going to be TCP/IP. It's already on there, so we can click next. And for this one, we're going to click on the top left, which is Visa frame. That's going to be the type instead of standard. And then for SSL, you're going to disable it. And then from there, you're going to keep on going. It looks correct. And then for EOT, ENQ, the only thing that you need to do on this is going to click the top right. And it's going to give you no ENQ required, not required, and required. That's what we're looking for. And once you have those settings, you can go to the next one. So for this one, the host address, for the host URL, you're going to disable it. And for the host IP address, this is going to be for Inhand, it's going to be 192 dot, which is going to be the left arrow on the keypad, as it's seen right here, 168.1.90. Once you have that, you can press OK on the left-hand side. And then the port number for Inhand is going to be 7003. You're going to press OK, and it's going to communicate that to the ATM. So the host URL is disabled, 192.168.1.90, 7003 for the port number. Once you have these settings, you can click next. For this one, it's going to be disabled for DHCP. You're going to click next after that. And for these settings, you're going to have to change them. For the IP address on the left hand side, to change it, it's going to be 192.168.1.91. Once you have that, you're going to press OK so it can transfer, you can change it. And for the subnet mask, there's a right button right here. You're going to change it to 255.255.255.0. You're going to click OK to communicate that to the ATM. And for the next one, you're going to change it. So gateway is going to be the left hand side. It's going to be 192.168.1.90. You can press OK. And then for DNS, it's going to be the same as the area has. So these are the settings for terminal IP for Inhand. If it's a little bit too fast, you can always pause the video and slow it down so you can see the correct settings. Once you have these settings, you click next. For more message format, it's going to be at the left hand side. It's going to be standard 3. Once you have that, click next. And for status monitor, it's going to be enabled. And for communication header, is also going to be enabled. And communication ID, same as the routing ID, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. You're going to click on alpha, and you see that S right here for switch commerce is going to be number 7. So you're going to click it 3 times. Once you're on the S, you're going to hit enter, and C is on number 2, so you're going to click on number 2 3 times to get to number C. And once you have that, you're going to go back to table, to number, click 1 0 1. So it's going to be 1 2 3 SC for switch commerce 101. Once you have that, you're going to press OK to communicate that. And for CRC, it's going to be disabled, which is already on there. So once you have these settings, click next. So this is a terminal ID that your processor is going to give you. I'm just going to enter a random one, something as GM 1 1 1 1 1 1. So this is something that the terminal ID is going to be connected to your processor. So they are responsible to give this to you and provide it so you can enter it on your ATM. And it's going to identify this terminal, this ATM, to a certain business that you have it at. So once you have the terminal ID number, you're going to hit next. And then since I completely wiped out this ATM, right now the default is 555 555. So I'm going to change the master password. So the current one, 555 555. Then you're going to enter your master password that you use for your ATMs. So you're going to hit next once you change the master password. And this is going to show you all the settings that you just entered right now. So you can always double check your work to see if you entered it correctly. Once you have done so, you can hit OK. And the only other thing that you need to do to finish programming this to Inhand when you processing through switch commerce is you're going to go to key management and you're going to change master key A and B to whichever your processor gives you. For here, I'm going to show you how to change health check. You're going to enable it and you're going to change the interval. I always put 1. That's how often my ATMs communicate to the processor switch commerce. Once you have that, you're going to press cancel, and you're back to the home screen. So you can turn off this ATM, turn it back on, and the settings are going to be the same. But this is how you configure the ATM when you use it in hand and you're processing through switch commerce.